Professor B here. Look, yes, you're looking live here in Levi here at the Hilton Hotel here in Santa Clara. Welcome to another edition of 49ers Live Postgame. And we're about to send it out to Kyle Shanahan's presser in just a few moments. And Niners were winners 20-9, holding off.
Just had three throws you'd love to take back. They're all three good decisions. Just a hair late on them, and when you're a hair late on stuff, you can't throw it behind them. And he threw it behind him, and all three guys made him pay.
At halftime, you gave a lot of credit to the defense for keeping, the Carolina Panthers from scoring. What did you think of Jair Brown? Because he had a pretty strong performance throughout.
He was awesome. See more on the tape, but it felt like his best game as a Niner. I think he's been playing at a high level here for a while, but those two picks were huge, and looked like he made a number of good tackles too.
You say a hair late for Brock. Is that a byproduct of missing all the time that you did, or is it?
When you do, which people are late a lot, you just can't throw behind him when you are. You got to put it in front of him, and he had a little behind him on all three, and all three of those corners made him pay.
You feel the need to say anything to him at halftime, or you just assume he's gonna figure it out?
No, he's all right. I communicated with him throughout the game and at halftime, but nothing big. Mick's dealing with him throughout the game too, and Brock was fine. Just three throws he'd like to take back.
Does that make you hesitant? I mean, after three throws in rapid succession to kind of throw the ball downfield?
Yeah, you got to always. You got to think about all of them and why it's happening. It makes me a lot more hesitant if they're all bad decisions and stuff. But he was seeing it right. They were all really good decisions. He just missed the throw on them. So, I think it is a lot worse when you feel like he's not making the right decisions.
Kyle, did you get any sense that Christian was more fired up about this game because it was the Panthers?
Not me personally, just because I've never felt anything from Christian any week about being the most fired up you can possibly be week in and week out. So I don't feel much of a change, but anytime you play the team that drafted you, a team you were with a while, I'm sure it was a little extra special for him.
What did you think of Robert Saleh's game plan tonight?
I thought he did an awesome job. The whole D did. Just especially overcoming those three turnovers. When you do that, especially I believe one was right there in the red zone. We got the pick. The other one we held him to a field goal, I think. But it was huge. He did awesome game plan, and the guys played at a high level to it.
Did you feel this week that there was some carryover and confidence from the defense after their performance last week that they were able to bring it to this week?
I feel like these guys have been playing a while together. Ever since losing Fred and stuff, it's been a bunch of young guys, guys who haven't had their ops yet, and I think each week you can feel them in practice get better and better. Now, it's not always that result on Sunday or on Monday, but today it was. I thought last week it was, and we all know it was a rough fourth quarter, but these last two games I thought we've really improved.
What did you see on the blocking on the touchdown run?
It was awesome block by JJ, cracked the D in. We were able to get Trinket up on the free safety, and Christian followed right behind Juice on the cover three corner, and it was extremely clean, well-blocked play that allowed him to hit it, I think, from the 12.
Seemed to struggle to stretch the field tonight. Was there anything the Panthers did to make it a little bit more difficult?
No, I thought he did stretch the field, just missed all three of those throws. So when you have those ops and you miss them, it's tough to get them again. Both those guys did a good job of making him pay when the ball was behind. Number 8's got some good hands, and I don't know who got the other one, but three good catches by those guys.
How do you guys go from having a defense that's young and learning to raising the expectations for them now? What will be required down the stretch?
We don't really talk about raising expectations. We just talk about trying to play as good as we can every week. I think those guys haven't got caught up in too much. They come to work every week. I really like how they've been in practice week in and week out. Had our toughest game versus the Rams about 3 weeks ago, and you would never felt that by watching how they practiced on Wednesday. It's been very consistent with these guys. They're really just locked into their jobs and trying to do the best they can.
McCaffrey leads the league in both rushes and receptions. How has he been able to sort of withstand the workload and also be successful with those touches?
I think he's always successful when he gets his touches. I don't think it's been any different probably since he was playing Pop Warner football, And he's always been very durable. He's been able to avoid getting a bad injury. and being able to avoid that's allowed him to keep going. And it's, I mean, he really makes our pass game go. You know, when things aren't there, just how automatic he is on the checkdowns and stuff underneath allows us to stay on the field a lot. And I think it's one of the main reasons we have so many 10 play plus drives.
When Brock threw the third pick, did you at all consider going to Matt, considering how well he'd been playing?
No.
Are there some glue guys on defense that maybe help this group stay together as they're kind of trying to find a new identity without Fred and Nick?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to sit and say names, but it's like, I think all our guys have had a little bit part. I mean, I think Curtis Robinson, you know, getting his first opportunity today to start at Mike linebacker, I thought was huge. But he's been around us for a while, and one of the guys people respect the most on the team. I thought Tatum's done an awesome job. You know, he wasn't there today, but when you talk about glue guys, just the guys who show up each week and just work no matter what the circumstances are. Tig's been that way, huge. Jair, always Demo. I think Sam Mo's stepped it up big. I'm really proud of our defensive guys, so I hate to even leave any names out. I mean, there's not a guy out there that I feel hasn't been grinding and giving us his all every week.
How big was the McKivitz fumble recovery, and what did you think overall of the offensive line?
I thought they did a good job. I thought they protected well. I thought we run blocked well. I thought that was a hell of a play by that linebacker. I mean, you could see him sneaking behind and getting that ball from Christian, and it's just awesome when you're always running after the play, playing all the way through the whistle. Good things happen, and Colton does that every play, and fortunately it was, so we didn't have a turnover there.
Did you see what happened to Juwan on the last series?
Yeah, the guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls, and I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there and getting him to the sideline.
Carl, 9 touches for Christian on that opening drive. I'm sure that was scripted. But then you kind of backed off of him a little bit. Did Carolina do anything to take him away from you, or was that just part of your plan going in anyway?
No, I mean, it wasn't scripted. Those plays are. I mean, when we hand it off, it is. But when you're, I mean, I'd be surprised how many passes, like, where he's number one. If people are covered, you go to a check down, and Christian's as good of a check down as there is in the league. So, like, makes things pretty decisive for our quarterback. And every time we go to him underneath, usually we go to him in the right decisions because people are covered deep, and he's real easy to get the ball to after that. All right, guys. Thanks.
That's Kyle Shanahan, 49ers head coach, the recapping of tonight's game. We'll be sending you right back out to Levi Stadium in a few moments. You are looking live here at the beautiful Hyatt Regency Hotel here in Santa Clara. Your 49ers defeat the Carolina Panthers on Monday Night Football by a score of 20-9. The Niners improved their record down to 8-4. Panthers now drop 2 games out of the final wild card spot. The Niners are now 2 games up on them, plus they own the tiebreaker over Carolina. That's a big, huge win for the 49ers, and we'll be getting you back out to across the street to the Mecca for the post-game presser as we're tuning in all the Niner faithful coming from the game. As you're watching all the post-game shows, we'll recap this game in a few. We'll wait till the next 49er coming in available. By the way, the 49ers, their 54th win all-time on Monday night. That ties them with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most with the legendary Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. These two proud franchises have combined for 12 Super Bowls wins, with 12 Super Bowl Lombardi trophies in the long history of those franchises. So they tie the Steelers for the most wins on Monday Night Football, and then it's the Dallas Cowboys with 51. only one team in pro football has a better winning percentage. All-time winningest is the Seattle Seahawks. But we'll get you right back out to Levi Stadium in just a few moments for the post-game report here on Niners Radio 49. And right now, in fact, we're going to take this quick timeout. We'll take this quick, or we're not going to take a timeout right now. We're going to continue on here on Niners Radio 49. The faithful here. We'll be here for a bit till about a little bit after 9 o'clock. And then, we'll wrap it up from here. And then it's great for the faithful out here to, coming out here this evening or this afternoon or this evening. I'm just battling through a little bit of a cold as the weather's starting to change. And so a lot of the faithful here, and we're just going to get you back out there in a few minutes' time here on Niners Radio 49, still with the post-game show as you're looking live here in Santa Clara at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Just a reminder coming up, you want to check us out right now on youtube.com, please click the subscribe button. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll get a chance to see all the exclusive content. You can see all the exclusive content. See all the content. If you missed this post-game recap, you can watch it later on. A lot of the Niner faithful here, a lot of them join us on this this week of the homecoming holiday. Week. We have the mid-fall break, and it's Thanksgiving, just like the old days. And for a lot of people, it's a very, very short work week. For most of everybody, it's a short work week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then after that, everybody's heading out of town for the weekend. Probably went later this week and Thanksgiving. You get ready for that long Thanksgiving holiday weekend. So we're going to be out there So we'll be getting you right back out there. We'll recap the game and we'll wait for a few moments until we give you the recap of the game, of tonight's game. So Ooh. So, yeah, I apologize for that. My nose is runny. Apologize for the inconvenience of that. So we're just recap of this game presented by Cache Creek. Niners were winners 20-9. Let's recap the game. It was so in the first quarter, it was Juan James caught a 12-yard touchdown pass from Brock Purdy. The Niners used up 15 plays, 72 yards. They went up 7-0. Then the second quarter, the Niners were driving. It looked like they were going to take full control of the game. It looked like they had a chance to really bust the game wide open, have a 14-0 lead. In fact, maybe even have a 14-0, maybe as big as 21-0, or at worst 17-0. Unfortunately, the Niners, Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions, and one of those interceptions the Panthers picked off. They end up getting 3 points off that from that takeaway. They went up 7-3, and then Matt Gay, making his 49ers debut, hit a 26-yard field goal, increased it 7-3. So, a 49er kicker, since Jake Moody left the team, is yet to miss a field goal. And Eddie Pinheiro, who will not play, did not play because of the hamstring injury, probably will not play next Sunday in Cleveland with the hamstring injury. And then it was 10-3 Niners at the intermission. It could, like I said, it could easily be high as 21-0, or at very least 17-0. But then the third quarter, Christian McCaffrey 12-yard run, and Niners were up 17-3. Then McMullen had a 29-yard touchdown from Bryce Young. It was 17-9. Then Matt Gay hit a 29-yard field goal that put the game away with 9:21 left to play in the fourth quarter. Made it 20-9. By the way, after the Panthers scored that touchdown, they missed that 2-point conversion, so I forgot to put that in there. So let's just take a look at this. The Niners had 70 total plays, 340 total yards to the Panthers 250. The Panthers were penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Niners were only penalized twice for 6. The Niners had 3 turnovers. The Panthers had 2. The Panthers only were 1 out of 7 in third down efficiency. Niners 7 of 13. And then the Niners had 30 as a team, rushed the ball 147 yards. And then the Niners won the time of possession, 37 minutes and 42 seconds. Niners on 23 first downs to the Panthers 12. Looking at the final team stats, we will get you back out to Levi Stadium in a few minutes for the for the post-game presser. Brock Purdy threw for 193 yards. He threw a touchdown pass, but he threw 3 interceptions. McCaffrey, 89 yards rushing and a touchdown. He came within just 11 yards short from getting the 100 mark. And then it was Rico Dowell, 6 carries for 38 yards, 4 catches for 36 yards. And George Kittle, 6 catches for 78 yards, averaging 13 yards. And here comes Christian McCaffrey right now. But Brock Purdy, correction. Here's Brock Purdy at the podium.
All of them, I needed to just drive the ball a little bit more, and I kept it up in the air too long on multiple of them. But that's on me, man. I thought our receivers did a great job of getting separation and winning, and so it's just execution-wise, I got to throw the ball more on the line and put it there. So.
How did you feel the ball was coming on off your hand? Is the toe inhibiting your ability to drive as you normally would?
No, toe's fine, feels good out there. It's really just seeing the play develop in anticipation and letting it rip at the end of the day. So had nothing to do with my toe.
On the first drive, you kind of just taken, it was obviously a lot of play, drive, whatever. Did you feel like you were trying to force it a little bit, just trying to get the ball down the field a little bit in those instances?
On the first drive, you said?
Yeah, I'm saying after the first drive, the picks, they were like 20 plus yards downfield. Like, did you try to loosen it up a little bit in terms of?
Yeah, no, I think my read just took me to where I threw the ball, and at the end of the day, like I said, just from what I saw up on the big screen, I thought the guys were there. I just missed the throws, to be honest, and so got to go back and watch the film and actually see what happened and whatnot, and see why I threw it the way I did. But at the end of the day, I thought our guys were there, and the ball should have gone there, and it's just I got to make the play and throw it better.
Brock, you had similar games at Ravens, for example, so you've been here before, but does that affect your confidence when you have, picks, kind of in rapid succession, and how do you combat that?
Yeah, it's tough. Mentally as a quarterback, you want to play aggressive, you want to take what the defense gives you, but when you turn the ball over really 3 drives in a row, it's like, all right, you feel it. You feel a little bit of pressure and stuff, but this is why we're put in this position. I can handle this. As a quarterback, you can't lose confidence in yourself. You can't, shrivel back and then all of a sudden take a bunch of checkdowns and stuff. Like, you still got to read the play out and stay aggressive and be better. You got to learn from your mistakes too. But, the good thing is I got a great team around me. I got, guys that believe in me, since I've stepped in this building, guys have, had my back. And so our defense played their butts off. They did absolutely amazing, and they got the ball back for us. They made stops, and so that's football, man. It's 4 quarters for a reason. Obviously, I don't want to have that kind of performance, but I'm an NFL quarterback, and you have games like this, and it's all about how you prepare and get better and move on to the next. I feel like the greats and the good quarterbacks, man, they don't dwell on the past. They're able to go through some bumpy trials and stuff, and then learn from it and keep going. So that's the challenge ahead of me, and I'm excited for it.
Did anybody give you a pep talk at all, Brock, after any of those interceptions or at halftime?
No, just everybody, man. Juice, George, all the guys, man, coming up to me, and they just keep telling me, keep slinging it. Don't lose your confidence, and they all got my back. So it was just everybody. There wasn't like one guy that said something in particular. So the vibe around the locker room is everybody showing love, and they got our backs, and you go through tough things, but like I said, we're all in this together, man. So love our locker room, love our team, and we're good.
When you're not driving the ball the way you would like, do you know why? Is it a footwork issue? Is it mechanics? You have to go back and look at the film.
Right now, I got to go back and look at the film. Not really sure. On the top of my head, it's just being aggressive and letting it rip and leading the receiver. So, but I got to watch the film and let you guys know later.
Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL in both rushing attempts and receptions this year. How has he been able to be such a sturdy force every game and just productive all season long like that?
Yeah, man, just the way that he trains and his preparation and understanding what he's about to go through every single game. Like, that dude is on a routine and on a schedule better than anybody that I know, and so he's able to carry that kind of workload, and make the plays out of the backfield as a receiver, and then run the ball hard and fight and scratch and claw for every yard, And so we have nothing but the utmost respect for that guy and what he does for our team, and does it over and over and over again. And so, I mean, obviously the numbers are great, but more than anything, man, he's a great example for all of us in the locker room.
Did you get any sense that this game was more important to him?
No. I mean, the way that he prepares every single week, he's always on one. He's always on top of his stuff and the details and stuff, and his mindset. He wants to go out and he's ready to pummel somebody. Like that's Christian. And so, obviously, if you guys ask him, I'm sure he'd give you an answer. But they did trade him overnight, kind of thing, and he wasn't able to say bye to his teammates. So I mean, I'm sure that's something. You don't forget that as a player. But more than anything, we see this every week from him. So.
Memory serves in 2022 when he got here, it was you that worked with him more to get him up to speed. Do you remember him when he first got traded, if he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder at that point?
Definitely. Right when he got traded and he came here, and Jimmy was going through stuff as a starter and stuff, and so as a backup, like I was the one sort of just helping Christian as much as I could, walking through plays and stuff after practice and meeting a little extra and going over stuff. And so you could tell like he was on top of it, and I was like, man, this is Christian McCaffrey, like all-pro running back and everything. I wasn't really sure, how he was going to be, but he acted like he was a rookie in terms of wanting to learn, wanting to know all the ins and outs of the offense and the details. So he's been like that. He still is like that. And, I mean, you guys see it every Sunday. He puts on performances like this.
Last one, Omar, go ahead. From your lens, from your job's perspective, what's it like knowing you have that kind of a reliable target that could be anywhere on the field?
I mean, it's nice. Obviously, like he's Mr. Reliable. Like he's always there. But more than anything, I just try to go through my reads and progressions, and then when 23 is there, I'm like, all right, cool. I know that if I get the ball in his hands, he can make a guy miss and turn a 4-yard gain into a 7, 8, 9, 10-yard gain, and he's done that over and over again. So, explosive player. I'm grateful to be playing for him or with him, and obviously we need to keep finding ways to get in the ball.
Brock, after I think it was your second pick, you went over to some position groups and had a few words. What was kind of your message?
Just owning up, that's on me. Everyone's doing their job and fighting, and we got grown men, man, playing for their careers, and every game, every play matters. So when I'm out there and I'm not driving the ball and completing the ball, when Ricky's working hard on his route, the offensive line's working their tail off the block for me, I feel that. I want to play really good for them. So I just went over there and owned up to it and said, that's on me, guys. Keep doing your thing, and I'll be better for you guys. So.
All right. Thanks, Harris.
Thanks, guys.
That is Brock Purdy, and now is George Kittle now at the podium.
I wear my Little Caesars thing once a year. Not yet, though, I don't think. This is Levi's, though. They made me wear this, so. Actually, I wanted to wear it. My wife liked it, is what it is. I got to throw a wrestling shirt underneath. Oh, this is Edge. Everybody's got a little edge in them. Her. What do you guys got for me? Anything fun?
Did you have to say anything to Brock when he's on that interception spree and settle him down?
He threw an interception tonight? I never said anything after the first one. Second one, I just said, dude, just take a deep breath, man. You've been here. You're good. Just breathe, let it out, move on to the next play. That's it. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
No words for him after the third interception, too?
No, I think Kyle had some. He's fine. I'm not too worried about Brock. I will say one of those interceptions he threw, I think it was the third one. They did like alert coverage with the backside corner, which was pretty impressive. That was a cool coverage. So I mean, I don't expect Brock to see that at all. I mean, your read's coming this way and the guy's coming from the left side of the field sprinting across. I think that's just a good play by him and a good call by that defense coordinator.
Speaking of good plays.
Yes.
Jair Brown made huge tonight. I asked Kyle Shanahan about him. He said that was his best game as a Niner. What did you see out of Jair Brown?
Well, the first interception, we're all sitting there just throwing like the tight end's wide open. Please, somebody cover him. And then he kind of just popped out of nowhere, made a huge play after an interception. So anytime you turn the ball over and your defense can hold him to 0 points is a huge thing. So shout out to him on that. And then his second interception, that was on our side of the 52, so huge play. Just, right place, right time. And the thing I love about Tig, he works really hard every single day, and I respect the hell out of him for that. We all have, he's had down days. He's had days where, fans aren't really happy with him. And then he just shows up every single day and just works really, really hard. And, if he doesn't have those 2 interceptions and that's a touchdown or it's a completion somewhere else, it's a completely different game.
Play, I think it was to start the third, where you picked up a blitz and then you caught a short pass right after. What was going through your head when you sort of went through all of those?
That was actually, it was a play at a bootleg. It was just a bootleg, and basically it's actually funny. Right before the play, they said, "Hey, if there's pressure, change your route. Like, don't slam and go to the flat. Just do something differently." And they called it. They pressured right into it. So it was a good call by our coaching staff to just give me a heads up on it. And just it's fun to have green grass in front of you. It's really fun just to be able to rumble and bumble and stumble. So I thoroughly enjoyed that.
What did you see on Christian's touchdown? Is that block just like you guys drew it up?
The one down the left side of the field?
Yeah.
I'm on the backside just sprinting for my life trying to cut somebody off, and I was able to cut him off just enough. And thank goodness Christian McCaffrey's just really good at football and just makes guys miss, and he just trotted into the end zone. That makes me really happy. So anytime he's just feeling himself and running at a really high level, the Niners are a very good football team.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, guys.
Attention to the league during the season, but if I'm not wrong, I think you lead the league in touches, and you're tied for third when it comes to touchdowns as receiving, and then you lead the league rushing. What's it like for you to kind of come into a game and then another big game like tonight?
I really don't see it that way. I think there's probably a lot left out there that we want, but anytime you get a win in this league, it's awesome. I think and to your question, anytime I'm able to step on the field and play, I feel extremely blessed. I'm my biggest critic, always want more, but love the fact that our guys went out there today and found a way to win.
You said that any extra emotion you'd have from playing the Panthers would come kind of organically as the game approached. Did you have any? What did you feel as a game?
Yeah, when it comes to playing in the league, you have to approach each week as similar as possible, stay in your routine. You can't get too far outside of what's normal for you. And so I tried to do that. And obviously when you see familiar faces, it's always good to see them before the game and after the game. But, that's a completely new team than when I was there. So it's really just business once the ball snapped.
Leading the league in touches the way that you are, first of all, how are you feeling physically, and how are you able to, within your training regimen, be able to handle the workload that you do?
Yeah, I feel great. Physically I feel good. Again, I think I work hard. We got a great staff out here, but I say this all the time, and God is good, and I feel really blessed to be able to be playing football right now and to have as much load as I've had and continue to play. I give all the glory to God.
What did you think of the way Brock bounced back? He threw the 3 picks, but he just seems like he just has that mentality to just keep winging it.
Yeah, I love that about him. I love that when maybe he's might be struggling early, he still rips it. And that's what we want him to do. We want him to keep playing confident. And so, when he's playing like that and doesn't miss a beat, we know that he can do special things.
When he throws 3 picks in kind of very rapid succession, do you feel the need to say anything to him?
No, absolutely not. No, he's as poised as they. Nobody needs to. He's a professional and a really good football player. Nobody needs to tell him anything. I think it's like if I make a mistake, I know I make a mistake. Or if I have a drop, I know. Somebody says catch the ball, it's like makes you want to knock them out. It's like those aren't. There's not really nothing to say. You just keep on playing. It's a long game and anything can happen. So you don't say anything to him.
Christian, when you first got here, you worked extra with Brock to get caught up on the playbook. Did you notice that about him then, that there was kind of this even-keeled confidence even before he was starting?
Yeah, definitely. He's a humble warrior. He's quiet, obviously, but he plays with so much energy, and he's got a massive chip on his shoulder, which is something that we love and that you want in your quarterback. He's aggressive. He doesn't hesitate, and he's a great guy to have in the huddle.
Good.
Appreciate you guys.
Right here.
Tonight feel for you.
God is great, man. God is great. I always pride myself in being a ball hawk. And like you said, man, it's just been slow, you know, and just, you know, keep getting at it, man. Keep going, you know what I mean? Keep taking game by game, waiting on your opportunity. And tonight I was able to capitalize.
What did you see on both of them?
I'm sorry.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you like to say chopping wood and carrying water. That's like one of the sayings that you kind of go by. And being that you came into this game or this season, you were a starter, then not a starter, and then you get a rewarding win like this. And then Shanahan just a second ago saying it was your best game as a Niner. How does that make you feel? Does it feel full circle?
It'll feel full circle soon enough, you know, but not right now. Yeah, but chop wood, carry water, man. Just, you know, not down to yourself, not, you know, just going out there every week, man, and trying to be your best, you know. Dropping expectation for appreciation, and appreciating the game, appreciating the guys I work with, and going out there to execute my job.
Can you walk us through the two interceptions, what you saw and how they kind of developed?
First one was, you know, sudden change. It don't really matter to us. Go out there, play defense, and seeing Bryce, you know, looking down the middle of the field. Looked like he was finna scramble at first, but kind of stopped and felt like he seen something. Kind of read his eyes and just went to go jump it. Then the second one, same thing, you know, just reading his eyes, man, and it was tight coverage up by Renardo Green. Jumped in front of that, made the play for the team.
Here, I'm curious, Robert Saleh was really fired up on the sidelines during the game. You've gone through a couple different coordinators, but what kind of confidence has he kind of put in and instilled in you?
I said this earlier, man, it's his passion for the game, bro. You know, to see him hanging out late nights, early mornings, watching endless tape, you know, trying to put us, holding on, being accountable to himself to put us in the best situation possible. And, man, you just want to go out there and execute when you see a guy that passionate about defense, man. And tonight I was able to execute for that.
Did Purdy or any offensive guys have anything to say to you for kind of bailing him out after the interception with Brock?
It's not, man, it's the game of football, man. It's like, it ain't no bailouts, man. We see turnovers happen. We see interceptions happen. It's all a part of the game. You know, if it was a perfect game, I don't think people would watch it as much, you know, but, you know, just having the offense back, man, like they had ours previous weeks, you know, and playing complimentary football.
Jair, how did you steady yourself entering the season as a backup, having to adapt to a new role, a big nickel, before ultimately going back to safety? How did you kind of ground yourself throughout that process?
Goes back to trusting God, you know. Big believer in God, man. Big believer in my abilities on the football field, and not letting nobody or nothing shade me from that, you know. God has timing for all of us, and tonight was my time.
A couple more just to get a win. So you guys have a streak going, because Trent was saying how you guys have been kind of hot and cold. It's just been pockets of consistency.
It feels good to get some consistency, honestly. You know, two win streak, trying to make it 3 coming this week, trying to make it 4 coming the next week. It's hard to get a win in this league, man, and you just want to keep pounding at it, keep trying to, you know, grab a win every week, no matter how the game look, no matter how it go, as long as we win at the end of the day.
How has this defensive group shaped a new identity, maybe, about Fred and Nick?
I love this group, man. A bunch of young guys, hungry, passionate, you know, want to be great, you know, want to be put in a situation to be great. Malik, Stout, RG, Demo, Curtis, D, Samo, all the guys, Huff, man, every last one of them, AC, every last one of those guys want to be great, man. And they just want to contribute, you know, to a win as much as they can. And when you have a young group like that that's hungry and passionate, you can be unstoppable defense.
It was a hell of a it was a hell of a defensive effort, all three levels. What was Salah's message to you guys this week? Because, man, you guys really seemed like you came out focused.
We had a couple of guys speak this week. You know, a couple of guys spoke last night, and Samo spoke, man, about opportunity, and a lot of guys felt that story coming from Samo, and man, tonight was a night, you know, to had an opportunity to show the world what the 49er defense is, you know, being down some of our best players, and the guys did a great job with doing that tonight.
All right, thanks, Steve. Thanksgiving approaching this week. What are your thoughts? And what's on the dinner table for Thanksgiving?
My mama landed in town this morning. There's gonna be some great meals cooked. I'm a big dessert guy. I'm gonna try to eat little amount of banana puddings. You know, I ain't gonna go too crazy because we got a big game coming up this week. But happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Appreciate you guys and thank you. Yep.
My bad. That was Jair Brown you just heard, who had two big interceptions, including one in the end zone in the second quarter that killed the Ravens' potential scoring strike. And that kind of turned the ball game. So the Niners go on to win 20-9. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll take a quick break where the time is now at 8:57, 3 minutes before the top of the hour of 9 o'clock local time. Professor B, you are looking live here at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Niner fans all around me with the red and gold. Niners were winners tonight over Carolina by a score of 20-9. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back here on 49ers Monday Night Live postgame on Niners Radio 49 Professor B. We're going to just get ready to wrap it up in a few minutes. We're going to take a look of the NFL playoff picture. Niners with their victory are 8-4. They're now 2 games behind the Rams or in the NFC West. And take a look at the standings in the NFC, both playoff pictures. Presented by NFL.com. Look at the playoff picture right now in the NFC. Niners are now 8-4, but they're now a game. They're a game and a half behind the Rams. In fact, they're 2 games behind the Rams in the loss column. Philadelphia, with their loss yesterday, So that's going to be it for tonight here on 49ers Monday Night Live postgame here at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. The 49ers were winners, 20-9. We'll have another special edition of 49ers. A special edition of the 49ers Aftermath Tuesday edition, Victory Tuesday. We'll be on location somewhere. We'll be on location somewhere. Tomorrow we may go up to or so. Just a reminder also, the CIF City Section Championship Turkey Bowl between the George Washington Eagles and the Balboa Buccaneers will be this Thursday, and it's a kickoff time. I'm going to pull this up. We'll pull this up. That would be the Thanksgiving Day. As a George Washington High School alumnus, if anybody from George Washington High here in San Francisco are in the area for Thanksgiving, please come out and support all the rest of you. If you want to watch some high school football on Thanksgiving Day, come on out. Kickoff time is at 11 a.m. George Washington Eagles returning to the Turkey Bowl Championship for the first time in 14 years, taking on the defending city and state champion Balboa Buccaneers at Kezar Stadium, the original home for the San Francisco 49ers from 1946 through 1970. That's 11 a.m. kickoff. Check us out. I'll be out there doing the coverage down there as well. That's it for now. We're now at 10 minutes past the top of the hour of 9 o'clock and 20 minutes before the bottom of the hour. We're going to wrap it up here tonight on Niners Radio 49 Monday Night Live. We'll be back tomorrow sometime late in the afternoon for a special edition of 49ers Live, the Aftermath. We'll recap this game. We'll do the Professor B's report card. Also look around the NFL, around the league, news and notes. There was a couple coordinators were fired yesterday. Of course, former 49ers head coach Chip Kelly, who was succeeded by Kyle Shanahan, succeeded Kelly nearly a decade ago, was let go by the Raiders as offensive coordinator after the Raiders' offense's horrendous struggles continue, and the New York Giants fired their defensive coordinator after they blew another fourth quarter lead against the Detroit Lions in Motown yesterday. So that's it for now. Professor B signing off, and so long. And a reminder, triple header Thanksgiving on week number 13. Green Bay at Detroit in Motown. The Chiefs will be taking on the host Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, and the Bengals will take on the Baltimore Ravens for an important AFC North showdown in Baltimore. And then Black Friday football. It's the Bears against the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, who needs to bounce back after that disappointing yesterday in Dallas. And again, then last but not least, Niners will travel to northern Cleveland on a short week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Kickoff time will be at approximately 10 a.m. We will be somewhere for that game on Sunday. It's an early game that will be on CBS. 10 a.m. Pacific. That will be on CBS That will be at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. 10 a.m. is a kickoff. That will be on CBS. We'll have our 49ers Live post-game recap immediately following the game. And then the Niners will have their bye week. And then after that, after their bye week, they'll return to the bye week. They'll take on the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, who are completely rebuilding, one of the worst teams in football. That'll be back on December 14th. That'll be a special holiday edition on 49ers Tailgate, the holiday season, and we will we'll have our holiday giveaway as well, traditional giveaway. That's it for now. Thank you all for watching, and Professor P signing off, and so long. 49ers win it tonight, 20-9 over the Carolina Panthers. They now go to 8-4. The Panthers drop to 6-6. Niners hold the 7th spot in the NFC wildcard race. And we will talk to you again tomorrow on the edition of the 49ers Live Tuesday edition, special Tuesday edition of the Aftermath Victory Tuesday. That's it for now. Signing off. So long. Wishing you all a very pleasant good night, everybody, from here at the Hilton here in Santa Clara. Good night, everybody. Take care. And wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving.